everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I make food and fitness content. Guys, we're in Bali. We've actually been in Bali for the past week now. I want to apologize for no lack of a YouTube video last week. I did explain on my Instagram stories, but I have been hit with Bali belly, which a lot of people said could happen. And to be honest, I felt like we were being so careful. I've just learned that basically you can't be too careful here. Everybody's like, don't eat the fruit, don't eat the salad, don't eat the meat, don't drink with ice in them. Like basically eat a fried chip and that is it and you'll be okay. And we had some drinks with ice in, but apparently that's like a new law. So they should be like regulated. But me and one of the other girls, Lucy Rooney, did actually have a frozen strawberry daiquiri. And that evening we got hit hard. So we've basically been wiped out for, I would say, the past like 4 days. Like the sickness and nausea only lasted probably for about like 12 hours. Actually, that's a lie. The sickness and the diarrhea lasted for 12 hours, and then the nausea has been going on for probably about 4 days. I've also felt super wiped out. I haven't been able to really stomach anything. I haven't had a proper 3 meals in a day for probably the past 5 days, and I think it's just left me feeling like super lethargic, super weak. I think when you work out and you guys know how much like I normally eat in a day and I'm always really structured with my meals, I think going from that extreme to the other extreme like has just made me feel so awful. But we're onwards and upwards because today is actually the first day I've woken up and I feel good. That's why I wanted to start vlogging today, and we are actually moving to a new location of Bali today, so I thought it's a new start, new vibe. I'm gonna bring some energy to the vlog and we're gonna wish Bali Belly can just stay here in Canggu because we're actually heading to Ubud. So we're moving villas. This is going to be our 3rd location of the trip. We've done Uluwatu, we've done Canggu, and now we're on to Ubud. And then I'm going to be taking guys to Gili T with me, where me and Rosie are going to be going. The other 2 girls are going to be leaving us. So there's 4 of us on this trip. There's Lucy, who you guys have met before.
Hi guys.
She's back. I'm back in the vlog. So there's Lucy, there's Rosie, who you guys would have seen from all of my gym videos, and then there's Lucy Really, who you guys wouldn't have met yet, but I'll show you everyone later. So we have packed up this villa. We just went out for a really chilled night last night. It was really nice. Went to Luigi's Hot Pizza, had some slices of pizza, then went and walked around some markets, and yeah, we're gonna go for breakfast here because there's a nice little cafe down the road called Copenhagen, and then yeah, we're gonna head on our travels to Ubud, which I think is about an hour away, isn't it?
We're so glad to have her back.
I know, it's not been nice. I've had an IV drip, I'll put some pictures in. It's not been great.
But you live to tell the tale.
I do.
She's rejuvenated and ready to roll. Yeah!
Woo!
1, 2, 3.
I think this is the most energy any of us have had in like 3 days because we've all been dead. Arrived at Crater and we're just heading down to the pool and bar area. This looks so nice. It was literally like £2.50 for entry. We just ordered a round of drinks. I got a giant iced coffee. What did you get?
What did we get?
Patience.
I'll give it. I'll give it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Vodka and rum.
Coconut rum.
Delicious.
This is the lunch we got. I got a chicken burger and all the girls got beef. So we did actually come and drop luggage off earlier, but this is like the first time that we're seeing the villa properly. Wow. Beautiful. So last night in the villa that we were in Canggu, me and Lucy actually had a bit of a nightmare, and the mosquito net was held up by a ring and it fell on us in the middle of the night. So that was fun. But this is mine and Rosie's room. This is our bathroom. Lush. I think the girls have a shower upstairs. I'll show you the upstairs bit too. There's the 2nd bedroom and this lovely little terrace. So we've just got ready for dinner. I feel like I'm looking very brunette right now. I actually bought some clip-ins just for kind of like occasions when I'm away where I just want to feel a little bit more glam, because I'm still kind of like adjusting to my curly hair and it's still kind of settling into like its curly hair pattern. So I've just gone for like a little slicked updo, and then I've beach waved the ends with like 2 beauty wax extensions in, and I'm wearing this crochet like tiger mist dress. It is very hot getting ready in Bali. Like, I'm not gonna miss getting ready in a very sweaty, humid climate. I actually have no idea where we're going for dinner tonight, but everyone looks really glam, so it's really nice. So I'll check in with you guys probably when we're at the restaurant, because I feel like I need to lock myself in an aircon room for a second. Morning, guys. It's currently 3:43 a.m. We've just driven like an hour and was it an hour and a half?
Yeah, an hour and a bit.
An hour and a half, because we're climbing a mountain this morning.
This is dedication.
This is dedication. I've got some coffee. I think it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, to the top.
How's everyone feeling?
Fine.
So you get commission then?
This is our breakfast today. What have you got? A chocolate bar? Chocolate? Luce, what have you got? Chocolate?
Just had a banana sandwich.
I'm clearly on the health hype with a boiled egg. Not enough.
Can buy you a new phone.
Wow. You can...
Hello everyone. Guys, we have had the most chilled day, I'm just doing my hair, in the history of chilled days. That climb was no joke. Like, it is actually quite hard. I spoke to some girls that I met like kind of at beach club out here before, and they were like, oh no, it's super easy, like you'll be absolutely fine, like you've run a marathon. That humbled me. It humbled me a lot, and it was fairly steep, and there's a lot of like loose rocks under your feet as well. Obviously, you guys probably saw from the videos, the weather conditions were not ideal. I'm not gonna lie, I was really sad when we got up there, because they always say there's like a 50% chance that the weather might not be great and you might not see like the complete sunrise, and I was just like, it's gonna happen to us, we'll be fine, we'll get up there, we'll have a beautiful sunrise. And it just was fairly cloudy. The sun did peek through a bit, so you guys would have seen videos, and I'll pop a really good video that I got on my phone in here. So we definitely had it better than some people, and I really don't want to complain because it was still an amazing experience. It was super, super fun. I actually stacked it twice on the way down. Literally went flying, because our like tour guide was like, oh, we'll just run this bit because the rocks are so loose, it's easier to run it. So you're like, yeah. No, I literally went flying twice. I'm definitely gonna have the world's biggest bruise on my butt cheek as well. But after that, we just came back. We have literally sat by the pool all day. We haven't really had a pool day in a very long time. Like, we've been going and doing like so many things. So we were like, let's just sit in the sun, soak it up. And then I went and actually got a massage, which was so nice. The woman was actually like that on my back, and she also cracked my back. She literally got onto the table and just went on me, just went like that. But my back feels phenomenal now. I haven't really eaten much today, and I'm not really very hungry. I just feel like post Bali belly out, my appetite just still hasn't come back. Like yesterday we had like a big lunch, and I just felt so awful afterwards. Like, it just was too much for my stomach, and then I couldn't really eat my dinner that we had last night. I had like half of my chicken Milanese, and then I climbed that mountain on literally no fuel today. And I think that was something that I noticed when I was walking. I felt like, I said it humbled me, but like I just felt so physically unfit, and I feel so physically weak in my body. And I know I've been sick and I've been away, so I haven't been training and I haven't been running like I normally would, but it was really playing on my mind today. And it's so annoying, because I know that everybody has this when you go away on holiday. You get that like guilt creeping of like not working out, and I can deal with that. I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with it anymore. Like, I know when I need to kick back and relax. But I think because of being poorly and not really eating, I just feel so week, and I just feel like I've lost so much progress, and it's definitely just in my head, and I need to kind of like flip out of it. And I'm literally going home in like 3 days, so sitting and dwelling on that is so pointless, and I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna kick myself for even caring about it. And it's not even appearance wise, like it was just walking up that mountain. I was like, I shouldn't find this hard, like I shouldn't feel this physically out of breath, and my asthma was playing up, and I just felt weak and dizzy, and like I just didn't have enough like power in my body. And I felt like that over the past few days. Like, I just haven't felt like I've had the energy like I normally would, and it's just playing on my mind a little bit today, and it's feeling a little bit frustrating. I was kind of like, right, I need to get up at like 6 AM, I need to go to the gym, and I'm like, I don't need to be putting that pressure on myself when I'm away. Like, my goals will be there when I'm home. I think I have thought of a lot more like goals, and I feel like this has been a really nice kind of reset for my goals of like running in the gym and stuff, and I'm really, really excited to get back and kick into it because I have something super exciting going on that I'm going to be sharing with you guys fitness wise that I'm going to be doing. So I just think that like, because I feel so physically unfit now and I'm so itching to kind of start that, I'm just in this weird in-between bit where I'm kind of like beating myself up for not doing enough. But like I said, I'm literally in paradise, so I need to like shake it off, get over it. I think the best way to do it is just constantly remind myself I'm literally on a dream holiday. I'm hanging out with my best friends. My fitness goals will be there when I get home. I just need to focus on fueling my body. My appetite is not going to come back if I keep like restricting it. I think I need to kind of like fuel it back up basically. But I'm going to do my makeup for the evening. I think I'm going to maybe do a half up, half down. Probably nothing different with my hair than I normally do. I have actually put heat on it a few times on this holiday. I do feel a bit bad. So I think I'm going to avoid putting heat on it for the rest of the trip because it's definitely not what I'm supposed to be doing.
Instagram is in the way.
Behind the scenes. I think the girl's slightly overordered.
So she's dead.
Morning guys, we're literally jumping in the taxi, but me and the girls are going ring making this morning, which is exciting. Decisions. Is that all the silver in there? Yeah. Set so quickly. Products is nice, Lucy's. They're so shiny. Gorgeous. And it says Bali on the inside. This is Rooney's. Proud of it.
Love it. Difficult.
Little sausage is so small. We have just got back from breakfast. I've just tried some gym kit on. Me and Rosie are going to go and do a workout. Woo! Excited. I think we're gonna go to a gym it's called Gymnasium. It looks really good. So we're gonna go and do that. We're doing a full body workout, which is from something very, very exciting. So I can't show you the workout or tell you the workout, but it's very, very exciting. How did you find it?
Hard. Sweaty.
Yeah, it was tough. I think we're both like feeling super, oh my god, can't you see, super weak. And we were just saying, so that gym was like so nice, but we were saying it's like £12 for a day pass for the gyms here, but
which isn't that bad.
No, which like isn't, but like
in comparison to everything in Bali.
Yeah, everything is so cheap. Like you're paying like £3 for breakfast, so it seems strange that like the gyms are.
Sushi was £5.
Yeah, like with the amount of food we had last night, like that was like £5 each. That was really tough, but I think yeah, we're just feeling a bit out of it, to be honest.
But I feel good for it.
Yeah, for the fact that we've gone and just not sat down.
And we did the mountain yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Oh my god, doing those carve raises at the end. I don't know whether the film was a bit funny because I couldn't film with this camera. Like you're just not allowed. But yeah, we had to do carve raises at the end, and my car's on fire.
Not ideal.
No, we were just burning. But yeah, all done for the day. I think we'll probably check in tomorrow because me and Rosie are going to Gili T, but we still need to figure out how to get there and all of the above. So so cute.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
So yeah, check in with you guys tomorrow. We are on the boat now to Gili T. This has been a fairly stress-free experience. I feel like all of the TikToks I'd seen were basically like, it's chaos. And it's been okay.
And I've been trusted to do it all.
And Rosie organised all of this, so I did nothing. I've just basically shown up this morning, but they're both really nice. I'll show you guys. I think it's like 2 hours because I think it goes to the Gili Islands as well. But yeah, pretty seamless so far.
Nice boat as well.
Yeah, really nice boat. This got some nice leather seats. Little footrests.
We're going bougie today.
It's great, we are going bougie, but yeah, I think in 2 hours hopefully we'll be there for one. Is it? So it's 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 hours? 12? 3 hours. Checked into our room. It's so cute here. We have a little hammock and also the people are just like so nice. There's a pool down there, but I think if we swim we're probably gonna go like in the sea. Yeah, it is. So nice. Guys, I've been probably the worst vlogger in the world today. So after we last saw you, I was like, oh, like we'll probably see you on the beach. But to be honest, we just rented the bikes from the hotel. We went down to the beach. I'll put some pictures in. And we just found this like little spot and we sat there for a few hours. We rented some snorkels, snorkeled around. And then when we were coming back, we got very, very lost. But luckily it's a very small island. And guys, we found these baby goats and we were like stroking them. And then the guy let us feed them. So that was basically a roundup of today. It was nothing like super crazy or super interesting. It was just very, very chilled. It's so nice here, like it just feels so relaxed and so peaceful. And we've just got ready for dinner. We're gonna go to Pink Cocoa, which is a spot that's not too far away from here, and watch the sunset because it's like the sunset side of the island where the sun obviously sets. So we're gonna do that, go for dinner, and then I think to be honest just have a bit of a chill one. They have like loads of stuff kind of going on in the evenings. Like they've got an open air cinema. They had this like reggae band that's gonna be on. Like I think there's a few different things. So I think we're just gonna take the bikes, have a little cycle around, and see basically where the evening takes us. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
What have we got here? A light martini.
And an apple spritz. It's like a morning. Guys, we're going snorkeling this morning. Look how blue the water is. I'm gonna try and get like a couple of videos, but actually the guys like said that they film on like GoPros and take photos for us, so hopefully I'll be able to insert some like really cool videos of snorkeling. But it's like 8-ish in the morning, 8:40 in the morning, so hopefully this should be like the best time to go. I feel like this light's really bad. Hopefully this is like the best time to go and see like all the turtles. Ravenous.
This is needed.
For some reason didn't eat before we went snorkeling, and I don't think we realised how strenuous that was going to be. Like there was
we did so much swimming.
A lot of swimming in that.
And then we had to just ride a bike.
Yeah, and then we just had to cycle. It's a hard life, isn't it? Really? So we've just stopped at, I think it's called Pearl Beach Lounge. We're going to get some breakfast and then hopefully get some of the beds on the sand. Not really sure what this is. It's probably not going to be, but no.
It says salmon hash brown. It's got a bit of cream cheese.
This is what I got. I just got an omelette and then a bread roll. We are just currently sat in the rain, which is nice.
Not the vibe.
It's literally been so sunny and like so lovely all day. And look how burnt Rosie is. Oh my goodness. That's obviously where the sun's been like sat there.
I think it was lay like this.
Oh god, but it's so nice
now
here.
It's raining.
This is like where we're sat. We've just got this really nice like beds.
More Sprites.
More Sprites, yeah, we've literally been like chugging Sprites all day. I just went and got my nails done. It was actually £12 for like a full set of gels. He exfoliated my hands, he massaged them, he washed them. It was really, really lovely to be honest, but maybe we'll just sit here for a bit and see if it passes over. Drink our Sprites and then see what we want to do with the rest of the day. I always feel like whenever I'm on holiday and the weather's bad, it really like throws me. Because I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Guys, we're watching the final sunset.
Final night in Gili T.
Pretty sad about it, to be honest.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is absolutely stunning. Some sunset. just some people watching, people like riding up and down on horses, which we don't agree with.
No, hate that. Hate it on the road.
But yeah, we're heading to Kuta tomorrow for our last stop before our flight on Friday. I have no idea what's going on, but I think we're going to go to an outdoor cinema in a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, I was so excited.
I know,
we
but
wanted to play a rom-com though.
Yeah, we walked past one yesterday. Oh my god, I haven't told you the traumatic story. So last night, we were cycling back across the island. 2 minutes into the cycle, my bike breaks completely, kaput, as the guy put it, kaput. The bike was just broken. Well, I had to walk Rosie's cycle.
I had to cycle and then stop, but then was checking bikes. It had no brakes.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's a loose like wire on it, but we didn't know what it was. So Rosie just basically jumped on it, started cycling, and was like,
no brakes, no lights, and it was also way too big for me. So I went flying up it, grazed my leg.
I was just like, oh my god, I just witnessed the whole thing. You were just lying on the floor like with a bike in between your legs.
Sand everywhere.
Sand everywhere, yeah, and then we had to walk like an hour.
Yeah, I did.
But
that bike though cut the journey by like at least 40 minutes.
The fact that you did that
I did you a
so
solid.
much time. You did, thanks. Thanks, Charlie. We're positive vibes tonight. We're not
we've got two working bikes.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna go to the outdoor cinema afterwards. But yeah, we did walk past one yesterday. It was playing like a Viking film.
Yeah.
You went. What did you say? Is this Harry Potter or something? Yeah, we definitely want a rom-com. So fingers crossed. Guys, I'm back in Manchester now, and I was literally just packing everything away, unpacking my suitcases, and I was like, I didn't even do an outro for the vlog. I literally just finished it when we were at the sunset, and that was it. So that was very, very rude of me. So I'm just basically jumping on because I thought I need to say bye, but also I thought now I'm back in Manchester, I could do maybe like a little bit of a Bali rundown, because I feel like I had a lot of questions, specifically basically around like my nut allergy and how I navigated having a peanut allergy in Bali, because I know for a lot of people, myself included, traveling to Asia can be quite worrying because they do have a lot of peanuts and they do cook with a lot of peanut oil, so it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. I am also the queen of allergy anxiety, especially when I go away on holiday. Having a peanut allergy or any kind of form of allergy and going anywhere can be really nerve-wracking, and I know a lot of people had a lot of questions specifically around Bali because it's an Asian country, and in Asian cultures they do cook with peanut oil. They tend to have a lot of like peanuts in their food, and it can be a bit scary. I think especially because it is so far from England, like traveling that far away and potentially ending up in a life-threatening situation can be really, really daunting because you're really far away from home, you don't have any home comforts, you don't have the familiarity with kind of like the hospitals over there, and there is a bit of a language barrier, so it can just induce a bit of like allergy anxiety. And I have this with every country I go to. So going to Bali, I'm not gonna lie, I was fairly nervous. It did start off on a very bad foot. So I touched on this on Instagram. I booked the flights with my friends, didn't think anything of it. We went on Skyscanner, found some cheap flights, and we just booked them, and they were with Malaysia Airlines. I called the airline 3 days prior to traveling, like I do with any long haul flight where they feed you meals, to notify them that I have a peanut and a nut allergy that is severe. Could they please provide me with a nut-free or peanut-free meal? Also, are they able to kind of make it so that the airline is peanut free, which with EasyJet, British Airways, Virgin, Jet2, any other airway I've ever been on, as soon as I've said I've had a nut allergy, there is no nuts to be served on the plane, and they also ask people to stop eating nut products. Whether people do that or not, I don't know, but it's just almost like a comfort thing. So I called, I said to the lady, I've got peanut and a nut allergy and I'm traveling to Bali. And she just kind of said that she would pass the message on and leave a note. And I was like, okay, but is this going to be a problem? And she was just like, I've left a note. And I was like, okay. And I don't know why in that moment I felt funny and I should have like acted on my instincts. But I just was like, okay, well, I've asked the question. Surely she would have told me if that was going to be a problem. Anyway, we get to the airport, we're all buzzing to go on holiday. I get to the check-in desk. Oh, you're the girl with the nut allergy. I was like, yes. She was like, we just need you to sign this form. Instant red flags in my mind. Why am I signing a form to do with my peanut allergy? Very strange. They hand me this waiver. I'm gonna insert the image here. Basically, this waiver stated that I'm signing away my rights and that the airline would not provide me a nut-free service. They would be serving peanuts and nuts on the flight. They're not liable for anything that happens to me. I mean, it just goes on and on. Guys, honestly, my heart sunk. And I just said to the lady, I was like, do you serve peanuts on the flight? And she was like, yes. And I was like, is there any way for this flight, because I have a very severe peanut allergy, you could not serve peanuts? The lady at the check-in looked me dead in the eyes and said, you are just one person. If 300 people want peanuts, we're gonna serve them peanuts. I mean, like, I understand I am one person. I understand that 300 people might want peanuts. Are those 300 people not able to go one flight without eating peanuts when there's other snacks and other food available, just so that I can potentially not enter into a life-threatening situation? When you are that far up in the sky, the chances of me going into anaphylaxis or having a reaction and managing to survive long enough for the plane to find somewhere to land to get me to a hospital is very slim. Like, my peanut allergy is anaphylactic, it's very severe. I just was like in shock, and I said this to the lady, and I said, okay, but what if I go into anaphylaxis on that flight and you have to then redirect and land that flight? That is going to ruin those 300 people's holidays. And she said, we wouldn't land the plane. So instantly I was like, I'm not going on the plane, I'm not going to go to Bali, I can't go, I cannot sign this, I cannot get on this flight. I started trying to look for other airlines, I looked at Emirates, they all have the same thing. I think I even called Emirates and they basically said, no, we will be serving peanuts on the flight. At that point, I basically had the option of not going on a trip with my best friends that is never going to happen again. It's literally a once in a lifetime trip. Turning around, going home and crying probably for 2 weeks. Or I kind of take necessary precautions that I feel like would make me feel better, and I do get on board the flight. And one of the staff members, not the one that I spoke to originally, did actually come over and say, we can sit you at the back of the flight with your friends and we can sit nobody on your row, so you kind of have like a zone where nobody's going to be eating nuts in that area. That instantly made me feel better, and it was a lot nicer of an interaction than with the first lady. However, I just was still not very easy. But what I did do was I went and bought antibacterial wipes, I bought allergy tablets, so antihistamine tablets, and I bought face masks. So I travelled, I wiped down the seats, I wore a face mask. The comical thing was when we got on board the flight, they hand the peanuts out for free. In the back of my mind, I rationalised it. I thought, you know what? Business, money. Money comes first, these big airlines. They want to sell peanuts. They're not even selling the peanuts. They're just giving them out for free, and they're these tiny little bags. And I just do not understand why for one flight they couldn't just give out these tiny bags of peanuts at the beginning of the flight. Like, I don't understand it, and I don't understand why all of these other airlines are so accommodating, and it just wasn't even possible with Malaysian Airlines. They just, no. Didn't want to do it. My life wasn't worth it. My life, 3 bags of peanuts basically. Actually, my life down here, like literally in the trenches. Like, they could not have cared less about me and my peanut allergy. As soon as I stepped on the flight, I did say, oh, by the way, I have got a peanut and a nut allergy, and the woman went, well, we're still serving nuts. And I was like, no, I know, I've had this conversation. I'm just letting you know so you're aware where I'm sat, in case, you know, something starts to happen, shit hits the fan, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, I flew. I was absolutely fine. So if anybody is flying with Malaysia Airlines and they do have a similar problem, I'm not saying get on the flight, you're going to be fine. I cannot say that. Everybody's allergy is so different. I was fine. The smell of the peanuts does make me feel very physically sick. It sounds really silly that I even had to do this, but basically what I did was, when the food service was coming around, I put the blanket that they gave me over my head. Out of sight, out of mind. I can't see people eating them. It's not going to kind of like trigger me. Also, it kind of stopped the smell, so just like create a little bubble, and just wear a face mask at all times. It definitely made me feel a bit better. We had similar issues on the way coming back. They didn't want to accommodate me by sitting me in a different seat or clearing the row that I was sat on. They wanted somebody to be sat next to us who would potentially be eating peanuts. The woman actually asked me to show her doctor's note proving my allergy before they moved my seat. I didn't have that on me. I had my EpiPen and I had my box for the EpiPen with a prescription label on it, but she didn't seem to think that that was like valid enough proof that I have a peanut allergy. I don't know whether people make things up like that so they can have a free seat in between them. I don't know, but eventually we did speak to another man and he was very accommodating, and he did actually move somebody, so we weren't sat at the back of the plane, but we did have the seat in between us free, which was nice, because it's just almost like the fear of getting on and somebody eating the nuts and breathing like right next to me would just probably just make me feel super ill. But I'm back. I live to tell the tale. We'll never ever fly with Malaysia Airlines ever again. I don't even know if it's worth putting in a complaint at this point. Oh, fun fact, I did actually call them 2 days before my flight back home to also address the same issue and kind of request the seating that was then a problem. And the guy that said, give us your number and we'll get back to you, and they never called me back. So they clearly have no care for their customers, and it takes a lot for me to have a rant, guys, and I feel like I'm really very angry because I just don't get it. I just don't understand how you could make somebody feel like that. Like, it just made me feel horrendous, and I would never ever fly with them again. And had I have known from the phone call that I had at the very beginning that that was going to be the situation, I would have tried to find an alternate route. But bar that, the food situation in Bali for me was okay. It was okay. I had to be very cautious. I had no problems in restaurants. I just made it very, very clear with every restaurant that I went to, I've got a peanut and a nut allergy. Please do not cook with any peanuts or nuts. Please don't put any peanuts or nuts in my food, and do not cook with any peanut oil. A lot of restaurants were very understanding. You guys might see from content, I did go to a lot more like Western restaurants. I didn't go to any Balinese restaurants or kind of like Asian food restaurants, which I'm sure some people seems really silly if you go all the way to Bali just to eat like pizza and burgers. I agree. However, I am only ever going to eat what I feel comfortable with, and those were the restaurants I felt comfortable with. I went and got my usual Starbucks because I know Starbucks is just pretty reliable and they're a big chain, so I just felt safe, if that makes sense. I am by no means saying do not go to Bali, because it was an amazing experience. Going to Gili T was an amazing experience. I'm really glad that I did it. You just have to be a little bit more cautious if you do have allergies. I'm sure if you guys do, you know this. Going anywhere in the world, you have to be a bit more careful, but it's definitely doable. I would just say from personal experience, just kind of stick to like what you're comfortable with and don't go a bit too crazy. But I'm currently in the midst of a big reset, guys. I feel really good to be back. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. I know I literally only had a week off, but it feels like I've had like a month off, and I'm gonna be back with 2 YouTube videos next week just to make up for the one that we lost. One of which is hosting a very, very, very important announcement. So I will see you guys mid next week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I can't wait for some future fitness and food content.